Today I'm here by the River Thames for a brand new Around the Ground. It's Fulham versus Blackburn Rovers, and as always I'll be exploring the stadium, taking a look through this club's near 150-year history and interviewing the manager Marco Silva. Let's go! Fulham were formed in 1880 as Fulham St Andrew's Church Sunday School FC and played in red and white before moving to Fulham FC in 1888 and changing into their iconic black and white kit in 1903. They once took part in one of the longest ever penalty shootouts in 1987 against Aldershot. 28 spot kicks were taken, yes, 28. I thought the Carabao Cup final was going to hit them numbers the other day, but Kepa thought he was taking a goal kick. 101 points were hit in their first ever Premier League season in 2002, making them one of two teams in England to have hit the 100-point mark twice. They got the same amount a few years before as well. This season the club find themselves in the Championship, but promotion looks likely. Fulham currently 9 points clear at the top of the table. Their star man has to be Aleksandar Mitrovic on 34 goals already this season, which is 3 more goals than the previous Championship record. Fulham play here at Craven Cottage, which got its name from a cottage inside the stadium here behind me, built in 1780, that's now used as dressing rooms for both of the teams. The actual stadium, on the other hand, was built in 1896. The ground's capacity is 25,700, but the Riverside stand here behind me, named after the River Thames that is sat next to the stadium, is currently being worked on, and when finished will increase the capacity to 29,600. What I love about the ground is that all the original brickwork is still here, and in the famous Grade 2 listed Johnny Haynes stand, all of the seats are still wooden. And talking of Johnny Haynes, this statue here behind me is actually of him. As expected at this level, Fulham had a wonderful club shop, which featured the range of usual merchandise from hats and scarves to shirts and gloves. There was also a really cool model of the stadium. Today's game is huge. As I said, Fulham are top of the league, hoping to pick up another 3 points to further secure a Championship trophy and automatic promotion to the Premier League. On the other hand, Blackburn are currently sat in 4th place, looking to get the win to push up into 2nd place to automatically also gain promotion to the Premier League or to get a spot in the top 6 to get into the playoffs. Last time these two teams met, it was 7-0 to Fulham, but the Rovers have greatly improved since then. There should be a good atmosphere with most home tickets sold and the away end sold out as well. And let's get to our seats as the game's about to start. And we've kicked off here at Craven Cottage, Blackburn versus Fulham. Good opportunity here, ball played down in the box. Knocked out for a corner. Seri standing over the ball. Puts it in. Weak corner. Oh, and another opportunity. Into the hands of the keeper. Good ball forward. This could be it. Oh! Surely a penalty. Fans are not happy with that. Referee waving the Fulham players away. Should that have been a penalty? Early on in the game, Blackburn having to make a sub. Zifu coming off. Something that is horrible to see. So hopefully the injury isn't anything too worrying. Mitrovic goes wide. Neco Williams gets in the box. Headed out. Kept in by Fulham player. Takes shot. Save. And Fulham have got a goal. Kebano taps it in. And they're 1-0 up against Blackburn Rovers.
Fulham goal scorer number 7, Neeskens Kebano!
Oh, that's a nice little chip. Surely that's a foul? No? Blackburn pounding forward. The pole of uncertainty, it comes out. They could take a shot here. Ooh. Maybe a little trip. And it's actually given in the way of Fulham. Wow. Brilliant ball played forward. That could be a goal. Yes, it is. 2-0 to Fulham. And it's Skilson with the goal. A big mistake there by the Blackburn defence. Ball played through. It was 1-on-1. And who scores? Fulham fans chanting "We want 7," and I'm sure Blackburn players are starting to have flashbacks to that game earlier on in the season right now. And that is half-time here at Craven Cottage. 2-0 to Fulham. They've been the most dominant team, and as I said earlier, I think Blackburn will be worrying about a potential part 2 to that 7-0 defeat. And here come the teams back out onto the pitch for the second half. Ooh, Dolan brought down there. That's a free kick in a dangerous area now for Blackburn Rovers. And that's a yellow card as well to Neco Williams. This is Ryan Gills in the box. Oh, and it's headed home, or a header was saved by the keeper and it's been tapped in. That's 1 goal back for Blackburn now. Oh, but the referee's ruled it offside. Blackburn player down here, but both teams carry on playing with Neco Williams. Good pass inwards, shot taken, just wide of the post. And only now is that Blackburn player starting to get back up onto his feet. Good shot though by Wilson. Ball won back by Wilson, takes a shot just over the bar. And that's the second shot in the last 2 minutes that Wilson's took, and both of them come so close to ending up in the back of the net. Nice 1-2 there. Oh. good run. Here's Neco Williams, tries to chip the keeper from far out. Oh, he hits the post! Hit the bar! I don't even know what I'm doing because that was incredible. If that went in the back of the net, that would have been mental. And that's full time here at Craven Cottage. 2-0 to Fulham. A brilliant win, not quite 7-0, but keeps it at the top of the table. The Fulham fans absolutely loving life.
Your fantastic support at Craven Cottage this afternoon. Fulham are back in action next Tuesday.
Now let's hear from Fulham manager Marco Silva.
Hi. This was Fulham's 9th win in the last 11 games. Dominant first half, perhaps second half was a bit more even. Were you happy with the performance? I know you must be very happy with the 3 points, but were you happy with the overall performance?
First I have to congratulate our players. Important 3 points, I think, is another win that is really important for us against a contender. I think that they are showing their quality, the way they reacted after the defeat against us with that score, show their resilience, the quality they have as well. And for them at this moment to be here fighting to get promoted, show the quality about the game. I agree with you, the first half was completely different than the second. Very good first half from ourselves. The way we played, the way we created we found the spaces, the way we created the chances as well. Our second goal, the situation that we have prepared to explore on them, and we did. Now first half, the way we always controlled the game, we were always on the front foot, the way we were always in a good balance, didn't give them the chance to counter-attack. We knew that they came here and they are really strong in this moment with the really quick players on the side. The striker always drop a little bit more to explore some unbalance from ourselves, and we controlled it well first half, all these moments. And of course we deserved the result at half time. We didn't change many things half time because we did it really well. I just asked our players to keep doing the good things that we are doing in the first half. We had a chance to score the 3-0 at the beginning of the second half with Fabio off the post. But after that we didn't control the game the way we should. We started to move the ball a little bit slowly, a little bit slow in some moments. We didn't have enough patience to move the ball to create the space. We tried to rush all our decisions, tried to play quickly every time, and in some moments we have to put some calm in your game, to control the game with the ball, to make them run back to the ball as well. And didn't do that the second half. And of course the game was more balanced. They reacted. We expected reaction from themselves. Of course they can react, and they did it. But be clear, we were the best team on the pitch. We deserved the 3 points, and our first half was really good. Second half not so good, but it's part of the process that when you are winning 2-0, we should control the game in a different way, don't rush all our decisions. This again is something that you are working on, and you have to keep improving.
Can I just ask you about Neco Williams? Do you feel that he's actually settled really well into the team, because he almost scored an incredible goal in the second half? Probably could have been goal of the season.
Yeah. It will be fantastic. It will be a fantastic goal, and just players with, in my opinion, with high quality can do. Not just the technical movement from the decision from him, that was fantastic, but the capacity to look to the goalkeeper in that moment and to take that decision is just players with, in my opinion, with high quality, in that they are really on the game. But definitely, he settled really well in our team. He's a young lad, but always open to learn, humble enough to come here, and knowing that he should work really hard, because the competition is really tough. Of course, he had the chance, because when he came, we lost Dennis, and Kenny was injured in that moment, and he had the chance to start playing straight away. But he deserved it, because he had a straight impact on our team. He's helping us. Did a very good game again. The connection that is creating him, Harry Wilson on the right side, Harrison Reed when he's there, is clear, a good connection. That triangle that is they are improving, and it's really important for us. Of course, I took him off because he had a yellow card. I knew in that moment that with Gallagher there on that side, if they are putting a lot more long balls in that side, crossing delivers from the right side, Kenny is different body there, he can support better that type of situations, and was because the yellow card as well. But he did a very good game. He settled really well in our team. He's enjoying. Of course, we are happy to have him with us. It's another player to help us.
It's not easy to keep Kenny Tete out of the team as well. Obviously, he's been back fit for a while, and yet Neco been able to keep his place, and obviously we've seen that each week with his.
It's not easy. Like it's not easy to have Bobby on my side. Like it's not easy to have Joe Bryan not even on the bench. This afternoon, I don't see difference between this situation and all the others. The player that is playing now is deserving playing. For me, it's really deep. I had during the week I had some doubts in some players on the right side. I didn't have, sorry, because he's playing so well. Kenny's fighting, definitely. He did a very good week. I have to tell you that Kenny did a very good week, but the other is doing really well. And for me, in some moments, some decisions are really tough to take. Sometimes it's because the strategy. What I think this afternoon clear was between Bobby and Kebano, what will be my decision, or between Shalaban and Neco, clear with one plan behind, clear with one idea behind why I took this type of decisions. About him, no, about him he is deserving, he's improving. The other is pushing him, definitely Kenny is pushing him, but Neco is deserving.
In the context of the season, how big a result was this?
It's really important. I understand your question. It is really important because it was not a final for us at all, but we have a clash against a contender, and we knew before the match that they were 13 points behind us, and with a win we can let them 16 points behind us. This is the situation that we didn't look really to the table, but you knew the gap between us and them, and if they are a contender, it was a moment for us to create even bigger the gap between us and them. Of course, it was really important because we had Tom in this moment against a contender. We won the game clear, in my opinion. We kept a clean sheet that is fantastic for us. Show the consistency that we want to see in our team, and it was really important.
Do you feel like we're on the home straight now to get towards promotion with a result like this, with a gap like 16 points to Blackburn, 11 to?
Can you repeat so Peter?
Do you feel like we're on the home straight now towards promotion? We're getting close. We're in that stage of the season. A big result like today, a big gap. So do you feel like we're on the last lap now, the home straight?
A big gap to Blackburn, but you have so many clubs around us that it is difficult to tell. I will repeat again because it's the reality. You can look for both sides, and you can look for one, and I know maybe it's what you are thinking, all of you, and you are talking about that you are there, and even what Tony said about ourselves before the match. Of course, we are pleased to listen from the other managers, the players that play against us, what they feel when they play against us. But we didn't win nothing, we didn't get nothing. That is the reality. You are in a good position, definitely you are. Because you are working really hard. I told our players half time, we did a very good first half. In some moments, we are commanding all the first half because they did it well and they worked really hard, and you cannot switch off one moment in this competition. Now we have 3 games in a row away from home. In 7 days you play 3 games in a row away from home, with long journeys in the middle as well. Everything is really tough in this competition. You know that you have 12 games now to play, and you will go again in the right moment to think in the next one. I will not lie that you are in a good position, definitely you are, but if you switch off or if you sleep, you'll have a big surprise, and you don't have a surprise in our way. It's just when we have to control the situations, keep working really hard, keep enjoying it, keep embracing the challenge. It's a good challenge for us, keep embracing the challenge, the pressure to have to win all the matches, and you are enjoying it.
Neeskens Kebano is enjoying his best goal return and assist in a Fulham shirt of his career, in fact. Is that something you work specifically with him on, or is it something you do yourself, or what's the difference there?
Credits to him, and credits for his teammates and for the people that he's working with him for all this time. will not be just Kebano, was Kebano, is Mitrovic, will be Aaron Wilson in some weeks as well. It's Fabio. There are many. It's not just one, and it's not a coincidence. When this type of things happen, it's not just a coincidence. I want to see team to score more. Tosin maybe it's the best season even in terms of goals. It's not a coincidence. It's not just one or two. There are many. It's my job. It's my job to take the best from them and to make them better players every time. And they know what I demand from them. I have to give credits to Kebano because again, he believed, he was there in the spot that we wanted, but he believed that ball can come from the goalkeeper for him, and he was there and he scored an important goal in that moment, and I have to congratulate him.
Okay, final question, Justin. Marco, I mean, everyone's talking all season about Alexander Mitrovic and the goals that he's been getting, but actually you're only, as a team, 16 goals away from breaking the championship record for most goals scored. So 16? Just 16 more needed to be best ever in terms of the championship era. I mean, that must be something that's within the sight now.
We are here not, to be honest, my players individually as well, we are not here to break records. We don't want to break records, we don't look for that. I didn't know, we are telling you one thing that I didn't know. It's not the main thing for us to break records. We have a clear hand that all of you know, and all the other things will come just a consequence from ourselves. It is fantastic for us to have Mitro with this number of goals and breaking the record. It is fantastic, of course. The way we are scoring goals and is fantastic. Just reflects our philosophy. Definitely, it's clear. But all the other things will come as a consequence. It's important for me. I know that everyone is talking about Mitrovic and the amount of goals that scoring is fantastic. But if you take from ourselves the goals from Mitrovic, maybe you are the second or the third best attack in this league. That shows that a philosophy from ourselves. If you take the 34, how many goals? 34. If you take the 34 goals and all the other goals that you score, see the position you are as the best attacker in this team. It shows just a philosophy from ourselves, show the way you like to play, show the quality you have, and I have to congratulate my players but records, they are not important for us, to be honest.
But we all know that teams that break records win titles, win promotions.
Yes, but we have to talk in 2 months' time, not now. This moment, our aim is not to break that record. Our aim is not to recover the place to Swansea. That is a cliche, I'm always repeating, but that's the reality. For sure tomorrow when I will analyze with our players the game, I will not tell that we have 16 goals to score to break the record. It will not be for sure my speech with them, definitely, because we'll not talk about it. We'll score, we'll talk to analyze this game, why the second half was not so good like the first one, what we have to improve, and the way we go to play against Swansea will be our focus from tomorrow. Okay, thank you very much.
And that's the end of yet another Around the Ground, my biggest one yet, and I really hope you have enjoyed watching. Of course, thank you so much to Charlie, the media person here at Fulham, for arranging the whole day, and fingers crossed Fulham do go up, because I can't wait to see them back in the Premier League as an Arsenal fan. If you did enjoy watching, please make sure to like, subscribe, share and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.